Welcome back, it's Haz here with another episode of my job breakdown series for Final Fantasy Origin, where I'm showcasing all the jobs available in the game, what they can do, and how they work. In this episode, we will go through all aspects and abilities of the Pugilist basic job. Thank you already for watching and subscribe to see more Final Fantasy Origin content. The Pugilist is another basic job you start the game with and have access to straight away. It is a hand-to-hand master user and its only weapons are the knuckles. The Pugilist job tree is required to progress in order to unlock the Thief and the Monk advanced jobs in the game. Pugilist is a very fast-paced point-blank job, with very short range but possibly one of the fastest jobs in the game. Its playstyle is focused around dishing out super fast attacks while dodging and soul shield countering to stay as close as possible. Its attacks are centered around high break damage and high normal attack MP recovery, so it's also a great job for MP gathering. This job is recommended for people who like super aggressive playstyle and prefer to dodge around the enemy instead of keeping them at safe distance. It's a risky and dangerous job, but when mastered, super satisfying. Let us see its core ability, Explosive Fist. It is a strike attack type damage as most of the Pugilist's kit, delivering an assault of heavy blows at the enemy. Holding down R2 lengthens the duration of the attack and also increases the number of attacks dealt by a good amount. There is currently no reliable way to tell by how much, but my frame-to-frame analysis shows an up to double attack rate speed up, making it a really bursty attack. For the maximum speed bonus in Explosive Fists, you will also need to unlock Explosive Fist Mastery that unlocks the maximum speed limit on this ability. It's a great way to knock enemies away and create distance if needed, but alternatively it can also be used to lock down an enemy and potentially kill it in one go if it allows to be staggered. Since the Pugilist is great at regenerating MP through its attacks, you can unleash Explosive Fist's Endless Barrage quite often. The Pugilist can unlock 3 additional active abilities. Double Uppercut is a series of uppercuts dealing striking damage and knocking enemies into the air, linked to Right 1 into Right 2. It's a useful quick ability to stagger foes and deal decent break damage. Since it is a jumping uppercut, it is also incredibly useful against pesky flying enemies like Harpies, since it forces them on the ground. Aerial Hook is your Right 1 into Right 2. You leap into the air to unleash 2 consecutive kicks, dealing striking damage and knocking enemies back. Similarly to Uppercut, it's a great break damage dealer ability, but this one is really useful against enemies packed up as it deals great area damage. And Takedown is your triple Right 1 into Right 2, charging forward and slamming an enemy to the ground while knocking others away. This is your strongest ability, dealing very good damage and most likely will break most normal enemies you will encounter. It's very risky to use against tougher opponents though, as it has a very lengthy animation. The cross-job ability for Pugilist is called Counter. It is an aura you enable that lasts for 40 seconds, reduces the break cost of your soul shield by about 20%, and increases the MP recovered by it. It's a handy command for those who use soul shield a lot and need that bonus MP boost from it, but I found that 20% to be not that useful for the most time. Its combo modifiers are Way of the Warrior and Fists of Steel. Fists of Steel is your hold Right 1 into Right 2, increasing the break damage dealt by your active ability. It's a fancy boost if you like the Knuckles heavy attack. Way of the Warrior is a great parry modifier, guaranteeing your linked active ability after a parry to be critical hit. I absolutely recommend to put Explosive Fists as your parry follow-up ability, as this combo link makes it monstrous. If you follow a parry into Explosive Fists, every single one of your attacks from it will be guaranteed critical hits. Combined with a good amount of MP and maximum speed bonus, it's super fun. For the Pugilist's Affinity Thresholds, it's very much worth to go for the strike attack bonuses, as it can increase your strike attack break damage by 15%. Brawler's Soul further boosts the Pugilist's ability to demolish enemy max break gauge. Similar to other jobs, Grappling Master at 400%, Affinity unlocks all knuckle weapon abilities for use. Finally, the passive abilities for Pugilists are 50% Job Affinity, 11% normal attack MP recovery, 6.2% more ability damage, and 12% break gauge recovery speed. These are actually pretty nice. Both the MP recovery and break gauge recovery speed are very noticeable and useful. That is it for our Pugilist job breakdown for Final Fantasy Origin. Hope you found this episode useful and look forward to more. If you have any feedback you'd like to see or change in the breakdown, let me know in the comments section. And as always, thank you very much for your support. Until next time.